Ichiro's nemesis and Minilla's tormentor are both called Gabara. The normally apolitical Sekizawa, who is the screenwriter who writes a lot of these Godzilla movies, supposedly borrowed the name, originally Gabara, either from Marxist revolutionary Che Guevara or the German word Gewalt, which means violence, both popular with Japanese student protesters at the time. So it's kind of like if the new kaiju for this movie was named Marl Barks, as a sort of dig at the student protesters at the time. Just a little like, got him.
God. I mean, it's infuriating because Ishiro Honda wants to talk about social issues, but he feels so, in my opinion, it's so clear that he's like really disconnected from everyday people and from these social issues that he wants to talk about, because he's just he's sitting here talking about environmentalism, and then he's taking a swipe at student activists that are protesting the shitty conditions of society. And then he's like, I want to talk about latchkey kids because, this is an important societal issue. And then he just completely ignores the fact that Japan's economy is not doing so great. And that's why parents are being forced to work late and to have both of them be working because they can't afford not to both be working. It's really very disappointing, especially like when you look at the original Godzilla and its nuanced approach to atomic anxiety. And he talks about censorship in the Japanese government and criticism of the Japanese government and the American governments and all of this. And then for him to, years down the line, criticize students for protesting the government and society and to completely ignore the root causes of these societal problems that he wants to talk about, it's very disappointing.
And, to be fair, the naming origin of Gabara, like Gabara isn't holding up like a red flag and, getting all of his kaiju comrades together to do some collective action against Godzilla. It's more of a naming inspiration thing to give to the bully. But I understand like where you're coming from with that.
But they do deliberate, like they do have a line of dialogue that's very much like, the crazy behavior of young people is causing problems, not these problems are causing young people to stick up for themselves.
Yeah, and the solution is that the moms need to go back to being stay-at-home moms.
Yeah, and there's no reason that moms were working late. They were just choosing to do that, and they could very easily choose to stay home. It's so easy. Like, yeah.
It's this movie makes us mad in a lot of different angles.